You deserve to take care of you, and you are worth it. And dentistry needs you, healthy and at your best. Hi, my name is Dr. Laura Schwindt. I'm a retired dentist and a work-life balance coach. I live in Bend, Oregon, near the Cascade Mountains. I work with women dental professionals at risk of burnout who want to create stellar work-life balance, accelerate their success, and preserve their well-being. It is my mission to empower women dental professionals to always know that they can create a successful business and preserve their energy. They can make more money while staying true to their values, and they can enjoy a balance between the time they give their career, their family, and themselves. I believe the best way to start your day is with a morning routine that adds value to your energy. I like to begin with a big glass of what I call Wonder Water. It helps me rehydrate my body and gets my intestines working. My Wonder Water recipe is apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, and cinnamon added to a full glass of warm water. I also like to take time to write down several things I am grateful for while I journal. I also meditate, play with my dog, and exercise every morning. One of my most memorable days at work was when one of my patients was in for a routine hygiene visit. I came in to do the exam and he shared with me that I had changed his life. You see, several weeks earlier he had been in my schedule for a restorative procedure and he was extremely nervous. I decided to take a few moments and showed him a breathing technique that I used to calm myself when I felt anxious. We practiced it together and in a few minutes his nerves had settled. During that hygiene exam, he told me that he had been using the breathing technique I showed him whenever he felt anxious, and it was helping. In that moment, my heart was so full, and I realized that we have the ability to impact our patients in so many ways, not just their smiles. One thing I have learned throughout my career, there will always be obstacles. When I first began practicing, I used to think that there was this magic amount of time that would go by, and suddenly I'd wake up one day and be an experienced dentist, and there wouldn't be any more obstacles. Wouldn't that be magic? But there are always obstacles, and one of my favorite ways to overcome challenges is to look back at past obstacles and realize that I always figured it out. I also like to remind myself that obstacles will always make me stronger and better. And finally, I like to be very deliberate about the chatter in my head and choose positive self-talk during challenges. Always having a mentor or a coach that I can reach out to helps a lot too. My biggest inspiration throughout my career has been my dad. He is also a dentist. I've always looked up to his work ethic and his dedication to doing his best while always being kind. He was a dentist in the Army, and when he retired, he continued to practice in private practice settings for another 20-some years. In the last 11 years of his career, he opened a small 2-operatory practice. My mom was his assistant, his front desk operator, and his office manager. They used to joke at dinner about how he would have to nudge my mom's foot while she assisted during long root canals so she wouldn't fall asleep. He did his own hygiene and formed close relationships with all his patients. He knew everyone in town and everyone loved him. He also taught at the local dental assisting school. He just loved his career, and that is what inspired me to go into dentistry. I take after my dad in that my favorite part about dentistry is the relationships that you are able to nurture, not just with your patients, but with your team and the community. It's an honor knowing you can change a smile, change someone's health, or even just change someone's mood. Every February, our office would go into the schools to give dental presentations to the kids for Children's Dental Health Month. I used to love seeing these kids out about in the community. They would wave or tell me how they had been brushing well and eating less sugar. I went to one school 12 years in a row and gave presentations to each grade. Some of the kids had been to my presentation every year from kindergarten through 8th grade. There were a few experiences that taught me lessons worth passing along. When I first started taking CE, I didn't involve my team. Implementing new techniques, materials, or equipment was much easier once I started bringing my team with me to CE. Not only did they catch the excitement, but they helped figure out how to introduce our new knowledge into the practice. Another tip would be to get the calendar out for the next year in September and start planning. Put as much as you can onto the calendar. Vacations, team retreats, CE, administrative days, deep cleaning, team dental appointments, your kids' activities, and start creating your schedule. This won't avoid all scheduling conflicts, but it cuts down on a bunch. During the last 10 years of my career, I had the joy of opening my very own solo practice from scratch. About 5 years into it, I suffered from a major episode of dental burnout. Looking back, I'm sure I could have avoided it if I had been more aware of the early signs and made some changes right away. My advice for younger dentists is to never neglect your own health and to listen to your gut. Deep down, you have all the answers and you know how to take care of yourself. Work-life balance is different for everyone, and it's important that you spend some time getting familiar with your core values and really honoring them. Dentistry is an amazing career, but it also challenges you physically, mentally, and emotionally. Try to make sure your self-care balances your stress. If you don't balance your stress, life will send you whispers. And if you don't listen to the whispers, life will start to yell. You deserve to take care of you, and you are worth it. And dentistry needs you, healthy and at your best. I'm Laura Schwindt, a dental hero from Bend, Oregon. Check out my website details in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel.